sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs?
They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Mayfield on first down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Moore, the man in motion. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jared Davis. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mayfield looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Opposite, green.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Okay, ready?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Black shot.
Now back to throw.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They're going to look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Alert, 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 alert.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Moore, the man in motion. Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Run. Hey, alert 33. Up.
To throw, Mayfield. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Fielded at the 33. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 1. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this one is right down the middle.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They tried to go with a little play-action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play-action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Point it right.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Looking for the out route, and he's got more.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And again, it's Mayfield.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Troy. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is brought in at the 21. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
He's got room past the 30.
A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 74 yards.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
More the man in motion. First down, Mayfield. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 38 yards.
And the Panthers have got it back to within a score.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. St. Brown on the catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
They'll try it now with Swift. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Moore, the man in motion. Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Again, he finds more. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to a